Hello, my name is Arlie and this is Arlie Tarot, and today we have a pick a card reading for what are the synchronicities and angel numbers trying to tell you. Basically, we're just tapping into those spirit guides at the moment that are trying to get a message to you that maybe you've been receiving but you've been second guessing, or you need like extra confirmation on. Anything that comes out here should not be news to anybody. It's more of like you already know that you're dealing with this situation and they want to bring in some guidance for some of you. For others, it's more of a kind of give you confirmation, like I said, to give you like a little boost. There's something about a lot of you working with your spirituality, so this is also like, again, confirmation for you. Which they this is so interesting that it wants to be like everybody is in the same boat here, all three piles, where your spirit guides understand that you need more synchronicities, more things to pop into your reality to give you confirmation, and that is okay. It is okay to ask for the very specific things that you want to ask for as confirmation or as communication, if you will. They like that about you. Keep on being curious is also what I'm hearing. It is okay to have certain boundaries with spirit. It is okay to do that. All right. So we have three piles. Pile one is the Mystic Monday. Something about tarot is interesting or might be significant here, or a specific deck might be significant because they're making me show like the box for each of them, which I hardly ever do that. But all right, part one, Mystic Monday Tarot. I will say, maybe this is why I'm showing every deck. Each one of these decks, to me, my decks at least, they go through an interview process that I do of like 5 questions, sometimes more, depends. I'm itchy all of a sudden. I don't know what that's about, but 2 to 2 on the timer. But each deck kind of has their own vibe. This pile right here, definitely this deck is associated with the divine masculine energy. So if who you're waiting or expecting communication from or confirmation from is a divine masculine or it's a masculine energy, this could be your pile. Okay. Pile 2 is this new deck that I got, which is actually one of the original depictions of tarot, like one of the very, very, very old ones. Not the oldest, but, and it's pretty cool that it's still printed in the same place and done by the same company. I am not going to butcher this because this is French, but this is the deck. And, oh, I don't know if I mentioned the stone that was in this pile, but pile 2, you have two stones because this deck likes these 2 energies, which is clear quartz and amethyst. It's been really interesting that this deck likes 2 stones on it, but I just work here, you know. Again, they have their own vibe. And then pile 3, you have the labradorite, which, hello, how beautiful is that? And your deck is the Wandering Stars Tarot. I have not really used this deck much, I'll be honest with you. Definitely vibe with it, definitely love it. It doesn't come out in a lot of readings. When it is out here though, it does like to talk about love, so that could be something. If that's extra confirmation for you to know that pile 3 is your pile, it could be about love that this communication is about. So if that kind of sounds like your vibe, this could be it. So yeah, the decks have been introduced. Go ahead and pick your piles and I'll see you in your reading. I'm starting with pile 1, of course. Hi, pile 1. If you guys picked the Mystic Monday Tarot with the Sunstone, which I don't, did I say pile 3? What is happening with me right now? Okay. All right. Let's focus. Hello, pile 1. If you picked the Mystic Monday Tarot for your deck. Let me show you the box again because apparently it's significant for someone. Also, this like iridescent thing is really interesting, and I'll mention why, because I paired this deck with clear quartz, but it's cut in the style of a sunstone, which was something that the Vikings used to use to find the sun, because there's a little rainbow in there and a certain lighting. And it's very interesting that this box is also doing that. Like, this is, I can't capture it on video, but in person, this definitely does find the light, because it shows you that there is a rainbow forms like inside the stone when it's close to light. So yeah, there's something about that that could be a rainbow could also be very significant. All right. If you missed the intro and just went straight to the piles, that is okay. While I shuffle and get into your energy, I'm going to explain everything that we're kind of doing in this reading. We are connecting to those spirit guides or another person, whoever needs to actually give you confirmation and maybe guidance or advice regarding whatever situation you're dealing with right now, that you feel like the signs and synchronicities and angel numbers are all about. So I know it's like a very vague kind of, I guess it's not that vague. We're being intentional with the communication that's coming through, making sure that we're filtering it through, again, the whole thing of, okay, it's about the signs and synchronicity that you're seeing and what do they mean, or do they want to give you more confirmation that you've already had? Okay, a lot of cards. But I also feel like, please take whatever resonates, and some of it might not be for you. It might be confirmation for others. And we could be also, it feels like I'm going to be touching on a lot of subjects for some reason. I also want to say that I have this deck, obviously, that is your main deck, but I also have the regular tarot deck over here that wants to be in this reading today. So if we need confirmation, extra confirmation, or a little bit more information, we'll go into here. But let's start and see what's going on about one. Eight of Wands. This is a really good card. Interesting, when I was shuffling to start these readings as well, this is one of the cards that was out. The Eight of Wands and the Eight of, was it the Eight of Cups? Yeah, it was like one was at the top of the deck, one was at the bottom of the deck. You're fucking kidding me. Okay, yes, so these two cards, when I was shuffling this deck to get ready for this reading, I swear to God, I think this was at the top and this was at the bottom of the deck. And I looked at the top of the deck and then I looked at the bottom of the deck and I was like, okay, we're ready for a message. Because every time I see this, I'm like, okay, we're ready for a message. And it's so interesting that these two cards, you saw me shuffle. I shuffled this deck a lot. That is so crazy. Why are they together like that? 88 could be significant as well. But this is very interesting. Okay, so this feels like one topic and these two are something else. Okay, yes. Four of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to get into this side first. Because I'm like, why are these connected? Nine of Wands, Six of Wands, and Nine of Swords. There you are again. 8, and now we go to 9. So 8, 8, 9, 9. Six of Wands in the middle of such harsh energies is really interesting. You might feel, if you feel like you are right now being kind of lonely or alone, or having this kind of like reflection period where you do feel kind of lonely and alone because of the boundaries that you've put up, that you know you need to anyways. You know they're the right thing to do, but at the same time, it's like you feel like it's affecting you in a negative way. Spirit is here to say that the signs of synchronicity, especially if it's 9s and 8s, are here to tell you that you're actually, it's quite literally that you're doing great, sweetie. I think you're not noticing your growth right now because you're at the tail end of a very, yes, at the tail end of a very intense period of setting new foundations. Oh, I'm definitely making sure you don't go back. Okay, I'm sorry, you don't see the cards down here, but so we have the 4 of Wands under the 9 of Wands. And we have the Queen of Pentacles under the 9 of Swords. Again, like I said, it's like you're at the tail end of forging a very solid foundation for yourself. And this is like the last hump or something like that you are going to triumph over, by the way. Because we're starting here and it's being just explained by this. It's not the other way around. So it's like a little bit of confusion. Maybe the mind is mostly where, yeah, that makes sense. The mind is mostly where this like worry is, or like past energy is that wants to, no, it's kind of confusing you. I understand, I see it. Because you feel like, yes, I've noticed progress, but at the same time, I feel stuck at the same place. And they're like, no, well, certain things take a while to flourish. But again, the foundation's there. 4 of Wands is definitely a foundation being set. Very strong one too. It's just so interesting. You have very challenging energies trying to sandwich in this beautiful, bright abundance that's here. And then you have very good energies, right? Trying to sandwich the uncertainty. So what does that tell me? That whatever messages you're receiving, even if they're conflicting themselves, the divine is trying to show you that is your energy. It's almost like as within, so without, as above, so below kind of thing, where it's like the internal struggle while the outside is like stable and beautiful, it's kind of being inverted as well. And you might be experiencing some days where you're like very calm in the mind, but you feel like your world around you is a little chaotic. And then there's times where it's just chaos in the mind, but the world around you, you're like, I have nothing to be worried about. I don't know why I'm in a perpetuous cycle. Okay, that could be it too, that it feels like a cycle. If it might feel like a cycle, we're not saying that it doesn't. That your spirit guides recognize that you feel like, again, you're like you have to keep battling your demons, but they're saying no, you possess this new beginning already. It's yours. So this wand was, you needed it to fight off the things that you needed to fight off, or whatever this means to you. But now the one that you're being presented with, this new beginning, it comes from a place of ease. And this is definitely in this energy where it's like, now you get to wish and see it come into reality. You don't have to fight for it so much. And that makes sense too, because we started with the 8 of Wands, and now 7 and an ace is an 8. So we're, again, full circle. Leads me back to the whole thing of you're just going through a cycle of growth, okay? There's something very good coming your way, and it feels like something very good coming your way because of the sacrifices, the boundaries that you've set. This card and this card definitely speak about that. Look at that, 9 of Pentacles with a peacock nonetheless. After that, the 2 of Cups, the Emperor. Remember when I said this is the ooh, and the Ace of Swords? This is the deck that I use for divine masculine energy. It's interesting that it's here. Aries season could be significant as well. Some kind of truth, some kind of it's like a new foundation, happiness leads maybe to someone coming forward here with some kind of truth that they also need to communicate about. This is like a side message that just came through. Don't take that if it doesn't resonate with you. But yeah, there is like someone they're also doing their own thing. Like just like you're in that cycle, like the tail end of a cycle that you're conquering. This other person could be doing the same thing. And like once you're established, they are established. Once you're firm in your, I want to say firm in your beliefs, but it's not beliefs. It's like firm in, because the peacock makes me think of someone that's very proud and like presents themselves well, but the beauty is from within as well. It's not just from outside, but it's like that's the cycle that you're on, right? It's almost like closing a chapter of self-doubt and maybe not believing in yourself so much, or self-love has to be part of it too. And in doing so, you become very attractive, very grounded, very magnetic because of that Ace of Wands. It's interesting that I'm still talking about that, and I want to move on to this, which feels like a contrast from the other side of your reading, where this 4, it's a little bit more it's a little bit more of a challenge than a foundation. But there's something about something clicking into place. Something clicks into look at that, 2 5s. Okay. And mind you, 4 and 1, an ace is a 5 as well. 5 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, and this feels like a 5 of Pentacles as well. What is this? Is such like a interesting, I don't even know what I want to say. It could be about work, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be just a new beginning. Again, that beginning, that cycle, that, oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, I get it. It's even mirrored here. It's quite literally a mirror. So we have 4 and 1, and we have 4 and 1. So here, oh, I'm so sorry. Here I was feeling like, okay, what is, because when I add these two, what I get is a lot of sorrow and a lot of sadness. When those 5s, those are very challenging cards, challenging steps, challenging cycles that you could have been in. But it's almost like that's telling me that you're actually out of this cycle. This is being split now. This energy that was once very condensed into just the 5 of Pentacles, for example, is being spread apart. It's being tempered. It's being healed. It's being what is it? Evened. There is a certain judgment, a certain karmic balance happening here. And it's karmic because it is Pentacles, so we have to keep that in mind. But the other elements came out here as well. And Temperance, I mean, it's being depicted as a very karmic card right here, actually. But it also bears water. So there's something about encompassing everything and balancing everything out. There's something about your body as well, because Pentacles tend to be about your health. It's very 3D minded, right? You got to think about what are tangible things. If you are healing from something, there's healing here being offered to you. The signs and synchronicities that could be around your health, the things that you should be pursuing for your healthy goals. Interesting, here it is again. This new foundation, look at that 4. That is so interesting. Very balanced energy all of a sudden. There's something, okay. The Devil, yeah. It's like, yeah, there's something here where it wants to be acknowledged that it is not easy getting out of this energy, okay? And it's very, sometimes it's even when you see the path out of this energy, which feels like abandonment wounds, to be honest. It feels like a stolen childhood in some kind of way as well. Someone having to fight, again, to stand on their own every single time it's a fight, and stand for who you are. Everything has always been a fight or heartbreak, and it's a tough cycle that you're closing off. They're saying even when you see the path, because I feel like you are very guided. Okay, I'm not trying to cover this on purpose. This is just what I'm being called to do. Because yeah, you see, even when you see the path, it is still easy to fall into the narrative, the internal monologue that we have with ourselves, where we are very judgmental of ourselves. Temperance, I think, is also speaking about the inner peace that is happening with the cycle that you're closing. And they really do want to, oh, that's so beautiful. they do want to double down on the fact that, look at this. Yes, they do want to double down on the fact that even though, and this is even too, you're between polarities, right? And the polarities sometimes can even be very dark polarity, but dark and darker, or brighter and brighter, or dark and light, however you want to see it, or however you're experiencing it. You are still moving ahead. You're going one step at a time, and it is okay to take your time too, because again, this new beginning is a very solid foundation. This karmic justice, this balancing of energies, it's something that cannot happen overnight. And I had a big burp as I said that. It feels like you saying, yeah, I know it doesn't happen overnight. It's many moons and many suns have passed. It's so interesting. And there's that King of Swords. There's that Ace of Swords energy I was feeling before too. Not to fight, but to... There's something about carrying some kind of clarity that is undoubtable. It's clear in the mind's eye. It's clear to the High Priestess, and it is clear to this incarnation of you. It's clear to hear who you are. Oh, look at this. The Empress. Come on. Yeah, it's clear in both planes of existence. It's clear energetically. It's clear physically. There's also a lot... This is the happiest card in the deck. The fact that it's next to the Three of Swords is arguably one of the worst, most painful cards in the deck. And the Devil's behind it. It's also beautiful. It's also beautiful and balanced. There's something about me wanting to just say there's nothing to worry about. However, there's also understanding of why you worry. But there's nothing to worry about, okay? Whew, about one. Let's see if there's anything else. I feel like I've said a lot, but I haven't said much. But most of that was very channeled, so it's not like I can even remember much of what I said. Let's just check in and see if there's anything else for you here. For someone. The Magician and the Three of Pentacles. Okay. The Emperor peeking out again. Putting this deck to the side. This looks very interesting to me. Very aesthetically pleasing. Something about your crown chakra could be very significant at this time. You might be feeling like the crown and the heart activating more than usual. There's some intensity, definitely. Oh my God, there's a lot of intensity. This is very Scorpio energy, and these are, again, there's a lot of intensity. There's literal death at each end here. And you know what I'm getting with these two cards in the middle? Ooh, last message here for some of you. The messages and synchronicities that you're getting that are telling you that something is done with, that you are done here. You're done with this, or you're done with that. Whatever it is that you're done with, and you feel like, oh no, internally you're like, no, I don't want to make a decision. You either make it or it'll be made for you. It's better if you make it yourself. I know that this is so direct, and it will be for whoever it needs to be, but wow. There's a finality here, Pawan, that you cannot, and this is not a threat. It's more, it's not a threat, because this is something that you yourself have been trying to manifest and work through and bring in this kind of change, but it's going to be a little painful. The road ahead, yeah, the road ahead is going to have some challenges, but a lot of good fortune as well. There's like this very beautiful balance between action and rest that you're going to be learning about as well. It's what I'm getting. Look at that, the Magician. What's behind it? You're fucking kidding me. Exactly. So yeah, stop this, right? This is the energy that you need to be in. The Magician here twice. And the Three of Pentacles telling me, like, just work with everything that's around you. Stop overthinking this. When it's time to go, it's time to go. Oof. What is this about? If there's anything else that needs to be... That's a lot of cards. Okay, yeah. Another knight. Another person on horse. The fastest moving knight, by the way, in the deck. Fastest moving energy besides, I think, the Chariot. Look at that. Three of Pentacles again with the Six of Cups this time. Huh. Whatever feels like a calling to you, feels like home, feels like the right thing, feels like a soulmate connection. Doesn't have to be love per se. Whatever calls you and feels right to collaborate with, that's what you do. Stop overthinking is what I'm getting. All right. Thank you so much, Pal One, for letting me read for you. Look at that, the Knight of Swords down here as well. Yeah, you gotta go for what you gotta go for. If that applies to you. Okay. Thank you so much, Pawan, for trusting me to read for you. I also want to thank your spirit guides and your higher self, yourself, for being here and trusting me to deliver these messages for you and to you. I hope to see you in other readings in the future. Bye-bye. Hi, Pal 2. If you guys picked this tarot deck, which I do not want to butcher with my non-French speaking voice, so this is it. It's a pretty cool depiction of tarot. If you pick this deck and these two crystals, which is clear quartz and amethyst, this is going to be your reading, my friend. And if you skipped the intro, I totally understand. That's okay. I kind of do the same sometimes. I'm gonna just realize that this deck has a lot of nude things on it, nude people. So I'm gonna have some I know it's random. I have some coins here that I'm going to use to cover things up if I need to. All right. Part 2. This is going to be me tapping into those spirit guides who have been sending you signs and synchronicities, angel numbers, songs, TV episodes, a lot of numbers, a lot of different videos, random stuff that just pops up and you're like, why does this make sense to me right now? All of that, and we're gonna see what the messages are that maybe you've been missing, or the ones that you need extra confirmation on. Just tapping into your energy here. Have some of you been in the sea? I feel like I'm like tasting seawater for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Nothing like drowning, okay? But yeah, there's something about the ocean. Starting with the Five of Pentacles. Again, this deck is so beautiful. I see the Five of Pentacles and it's just so symmetric. I don't see any harm here. However, the Five of Pentacles is a very strong, it's a hardship card. It's a strong polarity to deal with. Something definitely that a lot of us need to heal as well. Look at this, huh? And now the Page of Pentacles, but with two pentacles. It's not the Two of Pentacles, but it makes me think of the Two of Pentacles. Does that make sense? The Nine of Wands. Huh. Seven Ten of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacles. And then we end with the Queen of Wands. Okay. Numbers, obviously, let's just say 5, 7, 5, 7, 9. There's fire and earth here, and that makes me think of garnet for some reason. And it also could just be because I got a little piece of raw garnet, what are words, today, and I know it's fire and earth, so obviously it's here too, but there's something about not, and please take this lightly if this resonates with you. I'm not passing judgment or anything. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just delivering the messages. There's something about not using, yeah, look at the star at the bottom of the deck. Not using your full potential. Like the divine is saying that you're maybe not being, honestly, as bossy or as queen as you should be. Like there's something about not utilizing your confidence or not tapping into that enough. And they're saying it's literally where your power lies. There's something about you being very magnetic to things that you are desiring at this time. But there's also about, even here, because now the star, I'm seeing it as like she's missing all the wonder and all the awe that's happening behind her, because she is just in a giving mode. And the divine wants to tell you that they want you to be in a receiving mode. There's the High Priestess, and what's this card? And the Four of Wands. I mean, yeah, look at the second row. Wow. Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Part 2. This is about, the divine is saying, I need you to cut the BS. And this deck is so interesting. It's so straightforward. Look at this. 11 at the bottom with strength. Okay, hold on. Didn't I say there's a lot of like confidence being addressed here? So they're saying, cut the BS. You know what you know because you know it, and you're powerful and you are connected. You have a certain foundation already. You have a certain way that you communicate with the divine. You co-create here. And they're wondering why you keep second guessing that. The number 333 is also very significant. There is so much abundance being offered to you here. I want you to see the size of this cup in comparison to the things that the water barrier is holding. Obviously this is, you know, we're zooming in here, but obviously if I'm just looking at it visually, I want you to see how even in these two energies here, we see a very, even here, this is not even a knight. This is the Page of Pentacles. Yet they take up the whole card. They are there with a certain presence, right? The divine is trying to show you that you need to be like that. It's time to step into who you need to be and how you need to be it, and take up space. Because here it is, this major arcana, and now it's giving me, it's an Aquarius energy that's hiding away and pretending to be normal when really they want to be expressive and different, because they are. It's who they are within, but they're shying away from it. That's what I get from here. It's like the divine is like, why are you shying away from who you are? There's confidence being sent your way as well. Sorry, I'm seeing things. Is that the 8 of Wands or the 9 of Wands? This is the 9. So this is the 8. Oh no, it's not Wands. That's the 9. Okay, I'm sorry guys. This deck, I'm still learning it. This is the 9 of Wands and this is the 9 of Swords. It's still, it kind of makes the same sense. but it's almost like I just realized it. There's something about that too. This could be like something that you realize night and day, and you can switch it up, and like you still see how all the work that you've been putting in up to this point is still being contributing to the end goal that you have here. The divine is also just saying there's a need to believe. Why have you lost the belief? And it's almost like it's not that you've lost a certain belief or capability that you have to get to the things or to have the things that you deserve, but it's like you've been lost in the routine, and it's time to enjoy the fruit of your labor as well. Again, something being delivered to you here that you've been waiting for. The world, yes, you've been waiting for this long enough. And also there's something about you've always used your discernment here to, you've mastered certain things within you, the wants and the needs, to actually say, no, I have a set foundation. I have my priorities in place, and I will endure a little bit of discomfort. Use it to heal. This is you, right? To wait for the right thing, the right opportunity, the right person, the right thing for me. Yes, you're being commanded for that, but they're saying now it's time. It's time to receive. Is this the same message as Part 1? Part 1 was something like that too. Something about like allowing yourself to receive. I mean, you've made it with the world. I mean, we can't deny your growth. Look at the jumps too, from the High Priestess, which is a 2 to 11 with strength, to 17 with the star, to the world, the last card in the major arcana. And this all is coming from this energy of what you are maybe perceiving yourself as, just the Queen of Wands. Or when it comes to your desires and your manifestation magnetism, you just see yourself as the Queen of Wands. And little do you know, it's actually no. You are quite literally someone who can wish upon a star and it will come true. That's how magnetic you are. You're strong. And also the thing is that your desires are also being guided by your intuition. So you are so deserving of the things that you feel like you're meant to have. And the divine is saying, this is a moment where we want you to allow this. Oh my God, the Page of Pentacles. This is going to be something, the High Priestess again. This is something that's going to be new to you. It's new in this aspect. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's new in this aspect, but it's not new to you in general. They're saying, think back of a time where you did believe and you wanted to have a clear communication with the divine and get the messages that you wanted to, and tap into your intuition when you needed to. And eventually it became second nature, but you had to be new at it at some point, right? This is kind of the same thing. It's like, sometimes it's hard teaching an old dog new tricks. But they're saying, allow these good things that are happening in the physical, that are coming in the physical, allow them like you used to allow the what would we call this, like the woo-woo communication, like the witchcraft, or the what is it, the 5D, or you definitely come across as someone who very much has spiritual practice of their own. So however you let those things into your life before, you need to apply that knowledge to receiving physical things. Yeah. Wish fulfillment. I mean, wish fulfillment. There's something about, again, staying true to your choices and the things things that you've wanted and want. Sorry, everybody's naked now. And they're here for you. They're coming in. Undeniable. What's behind this? Let's try. The moon is interesting too, because it makes me think of the star. See, I think that's the other thing that they want to celebrate here. There's a lot of celebrating Yupa too, which I love. Is again, you hold this way of being very regal and very maybe to others you might seem like stuck up if they're not reading you correctly, right? But you also carry that kind of it's not, I want to say pride, but it's not you being prideful. It's more of, that's your aura. There's regalness about you, but you carry it so well, and even yourself, you keep yourself in check, and you do go back and forth into the depths of you to understand where certain desires or certain wants are coming from, and that's how you even make choices. So you're being commanded here for the choices you've made, whether you might think them poorly or not. They're commanding you for it. They're saying you've made the right choices, period. If anything, let's double down into that energy that you've made the right choices, which is why you're here now where you are. Okay, Patu. Yeah, because the moon makes me think of you not being afraid to dive deep into who you are, and making sure that the things that you are pursuing, you're pursuing from a place of inner alchemy, you know, which is very, very interesting. Interesting in the sense of rare. It's really what I want to say, not interesting. It's rare. Most of us want to be on that level. Some of us can be, and sometimes we don't even know that we're doing it already. But also to do this in a unconscious but conscious state, and be in that communication with your higher self, your future self, your past self, all yourselves everywhere, God, all of it, you know, the collective. That's crazy. There's a lot of that. You do a lot of that in the background, not even knowing that you do it as well. Wow. Okay. The star again. Look at that. There's little, like, I see like little bumps in the road or something like that. That's what some of that energy is, where it's like the energy gets really harsh, and then all of a sudden it's surrounded by just beautiful cards. I'm like, what's happening here? It's like bumps in the road. There's something about that for you as well. See if that resonates for you. Bumps in the road, and they're here, but they're not here to stay as well. The hardships are on their way out. It's like out with the old and with the new kind of thing. All right. I don't know if there's anything else here for you. I'm gonna give one more shuffle and see. And I hope that this helped and it resonated. Okay. Knight of Wands, 5 of Wands, Knight of Swords, 5 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups, and the King of Swords as well. Huh. 44 could be significant for some reason. I think this is it. The Sun. Oh, look at that. The Tower. Huh. All right. thank you, pile 2. And I hope to see you in other readings in the future. I want to thank your guides, your higher self, yourself for letting me read for you. Bye-bye. Pile 3. If you guys picked the labradorite stone, let's see if you want, there it is. And the Wandering Star Tarot, this is going to be your reading. So today we are looking into, well, we're trying to connect to those spirit guides that are sending you signs and synchronicities, angel numbers, songs, TV, episodes, movies, lots of numbers, special colors. They're giving you confirmation, or you know, even if you're asking or not asking for it. That we want to kind of dive into that and see what the communication has been about, and when maybe some of the things you've missed, or some of the things that they want you to pay attention to, or give you confirmation on. And say, hey, you're doing this right, or hey, you should maybe try this. You know, let's see what comes through. I forgot how good this deck shuffles. Also, I need to add that this deck does have 2 extra cards that are not regular to tarot. So if those come out, because I sometimes don't remember what they mean, I will definitely read it from the book for you. Besides that, now that we have our introduction and explanation and kind of diving into your energy, let's see what's going on here, pile 3. Ace of Pentacles, prosperity, property, beginning, prosperity, property, beginnings. You know, I was gonna say, for some reason, I wanted to say that this deck gives me booby. Oh my god, I lost her name completely. The girl from Friends? Buffet? What's her name? Oh my god, what is her name? Why am I forgetting her name? Anyways, yes. That's who this deck reminds me of. And this girl literally reminds me of her. Booby? What is her name? Why do I want to say Booby Buffet and that is not her name? Oh my god, how funny. Okay, anyways, it'll come to me. But yeah, it gives me that vibe. Very like relaxing kind of energy. The Empress, yeah. There's a lot of that energy around you, pile 3. Or you are that. You're very calming. You command a certain presence, but it is delivered so like easily and just calm and nice. Page of Swords. Oh, and you're gentle and kind with the truth, and you're diplomatic as well, pile 3. And then there you are again, commanding that energy with that Magician card. This is a very intense card. Power, action, skill. Power and action. Power, action, and skill. Definitely is, there's something here about you turning a new page, something changing in your life and your circumstances that is helping you be more of yourself. But in the more that you are yourself, the more that you keep finding yourself, and it's like a snowball effect that cannot be stopped. Now every time you start anew and you start to integrate something else about yourself, there again, we go from high to lows, lows to high, but very, very fast, quick integration are happening here. Ace of Pentacles, the Empress. Page of Swords, the Magician. Page of Wands, the Star. Do you see what I mean? There is, look at that. There's death and rebirth happening for you here quite frequently. It definitely feels self-guided as well, meaning self-supported. Everybody here in your spirit team is definitely is behind you on this. If anything, they keep putting certain things in your path that can help you along. There's something about a contract here with that the more sight you gain, sometimes the harder it is to actually see the path forward, and you have to go about it blind. Does that make sense? Oh my God. Yeah, how does that make sense? It makes sense to me because I'm looking at this and it's like you have a lot of sight, obviously. Again, there's something about you commanding a lot of power and energy. But in doing so, you almost have to, the more that you affirm that, is the more that you walk in darkness, and you walk just based on instinct. By walk, I mean, this is like a literal following your path. Sometimes with blind faith is what this is saying. Oh, that is beautiful, actually. There you are again, walking the path blindly, right? Here, it's almost like, yeah, you cover one sense and everything else just opens up for you. You're far from trapped. You are far from not knowing. If anything, you do know what is meant for you and what's not meant for you. This is not someone that's bored with what's being presented. It's someone that is, if anything, they're manifesting what they want to see in their reality, and it's coming in. King of Pentacles, so a Capricorn could be significant here with the Knight of Swords. This feels like someone else. Look at that, the Ten of Pentacles definitely looks like that dude in this card. Again, yeah, that feels like someone else. Page of Cups. You feel like the pages, honestly. It's like you're the one. Oh, look at that. Page of Cups, like I said, a low card in a way, and then boom, Judgment, a higher version, something being, again, integrated from beginning to end, and so effortlessly, so divinely. It's like, it's so beautiful. But yeah, who is the King of Pentacles? The Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Huh. Someone that, yeah, another king. Okay. The Moon, Piscean energy again. Justice here. Okay. There's something about someone else wanting peace and wanting to balance the scales here with you. Offering an olive branch. That could be what this is also about. It's like if it's not right, it's not right, and you'll know. So don't worry about, like, don't second guess yourself. That's literally what this has been saying too. Like, there's no need to second guess yourself because you're powerful, you're all knowing, you're doing the right things at the right time. Wow. About 3. Let's see if we have any more messages for you. I feel like you do. There's something else here. They want me to use the other deck. Okay, here's that person again. Okay, I'm gonna ask for one more card for this Knight of Swords. A more this feels like this is for you to know who this is or something like that. But like they're not in that energy anymore. There's a more evolved version of them. The Chariot. So Cancer energy, Cancerian. Knight to a Chariot is a more evolved version of that, but it's not really, doesn't feel right either. What is that about? I'm gonna see if another card comes out. If not, I'm moving on to the other deck because I think it's really the other deck who's going to explain what is happening here. Okay, yeah, no. Taking this back. I'm retiring this one. We're keeping this though, because this is that energy that wants to say something. It's either about themselves or about something else, but who is the Knight of Swords? Highs, lows, conflict, tension. Highs and lows is really interesting because I was feeling that in your energy, but you do it so well. There's something about you riding the waves so effortlessly. This could be something that this person admires, but it's like they don't. They don't. Oof. My goodness. Okay. Another 5. I was like, how many 5s are we going to have in this reading? Almost all of them. Okay. The Chariot again. But they don't feel like the Chariot to me. That energy, it doesn't feel right for some reason. And that is so weird that I keep seeing that card and I don't want to pull it. There's something about that that's like nagging at me. And even all these coming out, I'm getting a story, but I'm not getting like the full picture. Does that make sense? About 3. This is telling me a story, but at the same time, it's not. It's holding back some details. Some details are being held back here. Or some clarity is... What I get is half-truth from someone who wants to come back in and present themselves as something that they are not. Okay? Beware of that. You know, you'll get the sound of the alarm if you need to, right? And that's the divine is not gonna let you take this on if it's not meant for you, if it doesn't align with you, if it's an irritant to your energy and your path ahead. You'll know. It's what I'm getting. It is so interesting though that this person is almost like still kind of hiding behind this whole message. And I don't even, I want to say it could be about them, but it doesn't necessarily have to be about this person. That be wary, or, you know, be careful of what doesn't feel aligned for you and don't pursue it, kind of thing. But this also feels like someone coming in and not, it's like being honest, but also omitting certain truth, right? And it's like not like you're lying, but it's also not honesty, or not completely fully open. Maybe it's because this person's like younger than you, or younger energy. I just don't, yeah. So we want, they want to just reiterate the fact that you want talk, but you want action as well, right? You want communication, but you want plans to be made. If that's what you need, this kind of energy right here, this is this person. And what you want is this kind of energy right here. It's not it. It's not for you. Okay, yeah, I mean, it will teach you some things. Sure, you'll gain whatever you need to gain from it. But this is a cycle that you already have completed. You don't need to do this again if you don't want to. However, you have free will is what the Divine is saying. And again, they will sound the alarm. They will give you clear signs and synchronicities in regards to whatever it is, or whoever it is that you need to, like, not be around maybe, or let go of, if you will. The Chariot keeps coming up. So it might be around Cancer season that this is happening as well. Or this person could be a Cancer. Okay. July in general could be significant too. I'm getting Leo as well. July Leo could be significant. Yeah, it's like you're so clear, clear-headed, clear-minded, clear cognizant, all the clairs about what you need, what you want, and where you're headed. And this is just over here. It's not it. It's not it. Onwards and upwards. It's where you're going. There's there's something about, like, nothing can hold you back now, except maybe certain choices that you make. Yeah, that's confirmation. If you're at the precipice of finishing something here, about 3, you feel like you're turning a page in your life, quite literally, and something or someone, it's still an option, but you kind of don't want to pursue it. Or if you're on the fence about it, I want you to hold that question. Hold that question as a yes or a no. I'm going to divide the deck a little bit, and I'm going to give you from the top card a simple yes or no. And, you know, maybe you have 4 questions, or you have just one topic that you want to get a certain amount of yeses or nos from it, okay? Hold that question. This is the final thing that we're doing here with you. I did not do this for any other pile. This just feels like it's for you, because you need to get a clear yes or no. And the Divine is saying, we're going to give you a yes or no. So hold that question. If you pick this pile, hold that question. And again, you could do this many times, and we're going to see if a yes or a no. All right. That is a yes. Fully complete yes. That is a yes. If there was a yes, okay? Pile 2. Oh, interesting with the Hermit. I want to say that's definitely maybe. And this is like the wild card. It could go other way for me here. But if I'm going to pick yes or no, I'm going to say no. It's a no card. 5 of Pentacles, this is a no. King of Pentacles, this is a yes. So, yes, no, maybe / no. This is interesting. Okay, tiebreaker. So that's a yes, okay? Take it as you need. For some of you, you needed the maybe. Others of you needed the final yes. But yeah, this is all I have for you. Thank you so much, Pile 3, for trusting me to read for you. I hope that this helped. I hope it brought you clarity or confirmation or more confusion, whatever it needed to do. It did it, right? Some of you are wondering, so I'm going to tell you what year this is. 2024. It's a penny with 2024 on it. Maybe that was, oh, I just saw 24 on the timer. Then maybe that was a year that was significant for some of you. But yeah, thank you so much. I want to thank your spirit guides. I want to thank you as well. And I hope to see you in other readings in the future. Bye-bye.